Welcome to Frolic Weekend, a 6-day getaway for queer and trans men of color in the heart of Provincetown, Massachusetts. This is the biggest and largest gathering for queer and trans men of color in the country. Join over 1,000 men for curated experiences that celebrate who we are, from powerful conversations to poolside days, boat cruises, and unforgettable nights soundtracked by some of the best DJs. Frolic Weekend is your chance to show up as your true and authentic self. This is our 7th year and we're feeling lucky. So this year's theme is Jackpot, because everyone who comes to Frolic Weekend is a winner. From June 17th to the 22nd, take a gamble and frolic with us. Tickets are on sale now and payment plans are available. See you there.
Hi, welcome to Frequency Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Dominus, and today we have a special guest, Master Sango. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. The first time I met you was cold as hell.
Yes, cold as hell. That was a great time.
You know, you missed out on a great time because Walter and I definitely went into the lounge. I could bring 2 people. We were looking for you because I was like, I don't think he gets here yet. So Walter was just like, we'll find him when he gets out. We went into the lounge and had drinks. But I was looking for you because I didn't know if you had gotten there first or Walter had gotten there first.
I heard in the chat, but I did not see you guys, so I just was trying to find a comfortable seat. I hate traveling.
Really?
I do. I like to be at the destination, but the getting there, it sucks.
So one thing that's changed traveling for me is usually we like to go. I like going to the airport beforehand because we try and find a lounge to go sit in. But when I tell you, I don't mind or dislike traveling. I dislike flying.
It's that part.
I am utterly terrified of flying. Oh, by the way, guys, say hello to Daddy Baldwin. He's here.
What's up, Daddy Baldwin?
Hey, what's going on?
We always like to introduce him because he's behind the camera, but he's very important. But like this time I went on a flight this past weekend because I just came from Georgia, and it was. I remember I was sitting. I have this thing when I get on planes. If I cannot see out the window, I will hyperventilate.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Like the window has to be open, or else I'll start to freak out. I remember I was on one plane. My hand was just shaking, and the lady looked at me and she was just like, I looked to her and I said. I said, you can hold my hand if you need to. She's like, do you want to hold your hand for you? Or do you want me to hold your hand for me? Because she's like, you look like you need somebody to hold your hand. I was so scared. But yeah, I hate flying.
You should have just took 3 shots and you'd have been fine.
So I used to do that. I did that one time. I got really drunk before I went on a flight. And I almost didn't get on the flight because I was walking down the little walkway with my bag over my head and
oh no,
acting a little crazy. And so they can refuse you to fly if they believe you're drunk on a plane.
They sure can.
So I was just like, getting drunk is not the answer. So what I've been doing is I'll take a little gummy or something.
Okay.
And I'll just chill. Or what I'll do is because I can sleep anywhere. One thing the Army has taught me is that I can sleep in a dirt hole. Okay. So I'll usually stay up before this flight, which I made a wonderful discovery, which we'll talk about. I jacked off 3 times that night before the flight.
Okay. And
I didn't finish baiting until 3 a.m. And I had to be up at 6 a.m. So when I got to the flight, out on the plane. And that's what I've been doing lately. Before I fly, I stay up.
Okay.
So I can sleep through the plane flight.
Shit, I am already tired when I get there, but it depends on what I'm going for. If I'm on vacation, I am ready to drink immediately. I want cocktails in the air.
Absolutely.
I need that.
Oh, we love a good drink in the on a plane. Sometimes I'll show them. Somebody told me if you show them your military ID, sometimes they'll give you free alcohol.
Oh, okay. I need to.
It works sometimes, and sometimes they be like, "Run that check, run the Apple Pay. We don't care about your service." But the first side of the show, we like to talk about what have you been doing. So basically, it is our hotels, a part of the show where you get to kind of share anything you feel comfortable sharing about your week and your sexual liberated selves and what you want to do or what have you done.
I have. Just last night, me and my boy, yeah. He showed me his toy collection and we had a ball with that. Yeah. Some nice heavy ball weights, some nice dildos, and he showed me his fuck machine. It's not as big as mine's, but you know.
How big is your fuck machine?
It's about as big as the chair.
What?
It's quite heavy.
This chair?
Almost. It has attachments. I'm building something. I can't tell you about it just yet.
When you say fuck, is it one of those ones that like where the dildo's under you and it goes in and out of your butthole?
It's the European fuck machine. Yeah, it's
like the full chair one.
It's not the full chair one. I'm building the set around it.
Oh wow! I saw one of those on Twitter recently. He came to MAL, but he's just like this dungeon master. And he like mummifies people, straps them to the chair. He'll have ball weights on their balls, and there's like a mechanic dildo that sits there,
wearing that hole out,
and it just works the hole while they're sitting there. I was like, and they're like, and it's sensory deprivation as well, and they're just like gagged, mouth, no eyes, gagged, ears closed off. All you can see them kind of do is wiggle their hands. Some of them have like the breathing tube connected to their mouth, and their cock and their ass and their balls are out. And it's he's either like punching the hell out their balls if they're into cock and ball torture, or he'll put I saw him put a milking machine on their dick. So one's working their ass and then one's milking the dick.
One of my favorite things to do.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where to buy this chair, but if you know where to buy it, please send us the link.
I don't. You know, I love. I call myself the MacGyver of leather because I love to build contraptions and have a time.
The ones at Kink Cafe, you built those, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes, and sturdy work. Absolutely.
Yeah, my slave and I, over the years, that's been a task that kept us together.
Oh, wow.
Building the things that he would want to have done and used. And he's a heavy sack bottom. He loves heavy mummification and all those things.
So you are skilled with your hands in all types of areas then.
All types of
Jesus.
Lord, one of my specialties is genital torture and play. So yeah, sounding.
Hold on.
Fisting,
there's
all
genital,
the things.
There's genital torture through sounding?
Yes.
So sounding I've always associated with feeling good because every time I've sounded, it's amazing. Are you sticking the electro sound?
Electro sound.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just like, okay.
The thicker ones, pushing the limits, all of that. The ones that have like the big bumps and the ones that are the sizes of small dildos.
You know what? I've always thought of sounding as something that's supposed to be super pleasurable because of how like it's so internal.
It's still very intense, very, very pleasurable.
Well, sometimes pain is pleasure for some people.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. I recently discovered. So I like heavy nipple guy, right? Me. And I just got into my nipples being tortured. Like there was a guy I played with a couple months ago, and like I sat on his chest and I was beaten off, and he tortured the fuck out of my nipples.
And this is the first time?
That was the first time I'd gotten into like heavy torture on my nips. And so like I think I'm at a place like if I were to start heavy torture with sounding, I think you would fuck
don't
with me.
Don't start there.
Because it's felt so good lately. I don't know if I want to like let's test the limits. And then now I'm just like, because sounding feels so good.
It does. I will only sound myself. I won't let anybody do it to me.
Really? So do you have the actual sound one or do you have just the
I have all types of sounds. I have a whole.
I have yet to do that, but that's something I definitely want to do. Yeah.
So they gave me, Fort Trough, I bought sounding plugs. Mm-hmm. So the little plugs that go like 2 inches into your penis, into the urethra.
I love those.
I tried one of them out just to see how it would work because I don't recommend anything I haven't tried. Like I know influencers will get shit and just be like, buy this and haven't tried it. It's like so. I tried it and it stays at the tip of my penis and I'm just like, okay, this is cool. And I'm just checking out. I'm like, I don't even feel this because I'm used to it going further. That bitch slipped down my dick.
Oh no!
Yes, it did.
See, I like the thing. It has to have a ring on it or something because I will die.
If this is my dick, right? It went to about the thing's like this big. It went here.
Nope. See, and that's why I won't let people do it to me. I need to know what's going on.
All I can tell myself was like, don't panic, because you do not need this thing getting stuck in your bladder. This is not an ER visit that we want to make today. And I stayed calm. I put my hand right under it and I squeezed the urethra so it wouldn't go any deeper. And then I started to like just slowly massage it up back my urethra and I could finally grab it. But I tell you, when I got that thing out, I said, you know what? I can't use these again because I'm so used to my sounding rod going further. And I saw a sounding. It's like it goes underneath like the penis glands at the top, and it locks in. It hooks under them, so that way once you push it all the way through, it won't come. It won't actually go all the way in.
Yeah, I need a safety mechanism because when I first started doing sounding, I was always nervous that it was going to like slip between my fingers and then just get lost. But once I understood, the process of how it works, it's just like, okay, less nervous about this.
Yeah, I would be so scared if it went down.
Those short ones, you need a ring or something on there,
or you gotta hold it.
Yeah,
I think I saw us really hot. We're talking about sounding so much today. I saw this one dude. He put on Twitter, y'all. I love Twitter. He put or X, sorry. The sounding rod looked like a Harry Potter wand, but it was little beads, right? And he put it against like there's a suction part on the end of it, and so he gets hard, and then he is sound fucking himself. So like he's just going back and forth on the sounding rod. And I was like, oh my God.
I think I might follow that guy. Really good. I'm very impressed with his work.
I was like, that is some major sounding. I wonder if sounding will make you because I'm guessing it's spacing your urethra out, right?
Yeah.
As over time, if you do it heavily, does it help you does that impact your ability to shoot? Because it's the pressure of the sperm coming through the urethra that shoots out. But if you widen out the tunnel that it goes through, will that impact the ability to would further? Does that make sense?
I would say because it's a muscle. I mean, you can just push it out on your own without touching it. So I would think like Kegels, it would be just strengthening the muscle.
Oh, you think it strengthens the urethra for a stronger load?
It depends on what you're doing. Like if you're doing it too much, I don't know. I think there's a healthy balance, but I won't find it.
Is that's all you got for this week? For hotel?
My hotels. What else have I been doing? Just performing on stage. Those are my sweet spots. I did my first little striptease at the cafe where I perform.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
You did the striptease? I
did. I was suited and booted. I was trying something different,
Oh, wow.
I don't want people to get bored with, I want people to keep coming back.
I don't think anybody will ever get bored at looking at you. At all.
You got to keep it interesting,
I think new for me was going to where you did your scene that one day and I tried the electro wand. I had never. What do you call it? It was electro.
It was electro wand. Yeah.
A wand. So it looked like
the flogger.
The flogger. Yes.
Okay. The electro flogger. Very intense.
I did not like the pain against my nipple. That was horrible. But I did like the sensation against my forearm, and in areas where the skin is usually it's like a rough surface, not rough surface, but it's shown more. Surface, yeah. So the back of your hand may not versus the inside of your forearm, but
it's very intense, and that was on 0.
Yeah, so that was the other part. It was extremely low.
It was just turned on. It was not on a number.
Yeah, I was like, but my brother Dionysus, he was telling me about how he loves electro play. And when I was at MAL for the first time, I'd known about electro sounders, but I didn't know that they're electro anal inserts.
Yeah.
And so Mr. S. Leather had Christopher, he was there, and he was letting people put the pads on them, and then he would show you all the different spasming effects that each nodule had.
Did you see my plugs?
No.
Oh, I had plugs there.
With the nodule thing attached to it? Oh my God. I would love to experience that one day. I feel like that would be the closest I could probably come to nutting hands free.
Oh yeah. It definitely milks
Like
you.
I've been close one time with a guy from getting fucked, and that's one thing I've never done is nut from getting fucked. That has never happened to me.
Same neither.
I want it to one day.
That is my goal when I'm doing it. I need to get you there some kind of way.
The last guy that did it to me, that got close, I was like literally on my shoulders, legs up in the air, and he's holding my legs and he's like fucking me down into the bed. And I just remember this intense feeling. I'm like, is this nut or piss? I don't want to find out. And I said,
you got to let that
go through it.
You gotta go through there.
I felt it coming, and I'm like, I said, I got to go to bed tonight. I am not gonna watch. I have no extra sheets.
Like
I just moved into my apartment, so like, if I piss on my sheets, I'm fucked. I have no blanket tonight.
If you feel like you got to pee, more likely you might will come.
Oh my God. I should have just let my body go. Because he was fucking shit out of me. Oh my God. What's up, guys?
Let it go.
Okay. Hotels. I haven't done much. I went to this naked campground this weekend.
Oh, fun.
It was really good. Special shout out to Roy's Hideaway. Treated me really great. I had a good time there. But I haven't been doing a lot of hotels lately. Daddy has put me on some restrictions for our protocols. So it's been real dry. It's been really dry.
You're a good boy now.
I am a good boy. Hopefully I get recognized soon. But no, I haven't done too much. I've honestly been living through my husband. He's been having a great life. I was in Roy's Hideaway this weekend, and he coming through the door is just open, and I'm so proud of him lately because he's usually used to, like, anytime I go out of town, like, he would sit in the house, play video games, and he won't. And he's really been taking the effort to, like, and we talked about this. He's putting himself out there. Good. He's making his own friends, and it's not typical of him to do that. And he's making good friends, which is good. So I'm living through my husband. I literally came home from weekend. I was like, please tell me about the sex that you had, because I couldn't have any all weekend. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll get back on board. I messaged this one guy today. I told him I was like, I wanted to fist him, and he'd messaged me a couple weeks ago to get fisted, but I just forgot to respond to him. Yeah, I'm trying to do that next week. I definitely have.
I need a good fist sesh.
I forgot to tell you, he's a fisting top and bottom.
Yeah. A little bit of everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of the first few things he asked me when I told him I was in the fist, he's like, "Do you want to have a session tonight?" And I was just like, "I'm not prepared for that at the hotel." Great anal trainer as well. Very much so is. I probably get some pointers from you, because I'm having problems scaling right now. We'll talk about it later, but just getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if I need to, like, continue the repetition with the training.
So wherever you're at, just stay there until you find a toy that you like, that you really, really, really want to sit the fuck on, and then it'll happen.
Also, you can't, like, this isn't like with piercings. You just blow the hole and then let it heal.
No, I know it's
like you cannot.
If you want to maintain integrity of your hole, just let your hole grow at its own pace.
Okay, I would listen to you guys
until you find a good fist top that'll take you through there.
Take me there. All right, so here's our second segment of the show, where basically we talk about some unpopular opinions.
Okay.
And you give us your take on them. So I will start with this one. Side culture is redefining gay sex in a healthy way.
Side.
Did I ask this one already? Okay.
Side culture is doing what in a healthy way?
Side culture is redefining gay sex in a healthy way. You agree?
The children love to do the side thing. I am not a fan of the side.
What?
I mean, it's cool,
so
but it's not my thing. I need that. Even if I don't. I mean, if it's a BDSM thing, but I'm not a big frauder. I don't
really.
Yeah, I need a little bit more.
It's interesting to see people in the BDSM culture and things that we kind of expect people to like, seeing that they're not into them, and I very much appreciate it too. I'm not big on edging or gooning. I'm not big on it. I would rather just nut a whole bunch of times. And I've tried to goon a couple of times, and I enjoyed it when I did it. I just think I'm at a life, and I'm not at a point in my life where the patience is there for me to properly edge myself.
I think gooning is really hot when it's just happening to you, and usually in fit sessions, if you're like really going there, you will get into that headspace, and you just turn into.
We need to do an episode on headspace,
like a whole.
We definitely need to do an episode on headspace.
I love it, and I'm gonna say yes to side.
Yes to side?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes to side. Also, I think that what I think it's adding, particularly COVID really added this, is that it allows people to do all these other things instead of penetration, right? I think it's just widening the options you have instead of feeling like, oh, this is just the lead up to the thing, right? This can actually be the thing. And there's a guy that I was seeing for a little bit of time, and we didn't do a lot of penetrative sex, but the side play was fire.
I think side play is important.
Fire.
Though. Because like it does help you with like intimacy issues and like really like bonding and like getting into that person.
Yeah, and I think that to be real, sex can be complicated.
Yes.
Like there's so much like ego and like expectation that can come along with it. Where side play, in truth, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Right, because you're doing it. And you're generally telling someone either what you want them to do to you, or they're doing this thing, and there's this exchange of energy that's completely different.
Yeah.
And I go to like bait parties, and it's pretty interesting. Gooning, I have to like get
It's so
into.
much for me.
That is a like I love. There's so many different types of gooning, like monkey gooning.
Oh, get into it. What is that?
Like
Monkey
like
gooning.
it's
I've
the
never heard of that.
And it's I heard about it, and it was actually somebody black who was telling me about it. So it's not like some white boy saying about monkey.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Like, and there's some other things that like there's actually there's a guy on.
So does it get heavier as you like get closer to the nut? Like,
no, I mean I think I'm not. Look, I'm not an expert on that.
I'm not doing this. I would love to watch it though.
Yeah. But I think that there's like different types of it, and they kind of cycle through, right? So like some things that I like, oh man, there's some shit on there that I love hearing.
Yes, we love good verbal.
Oh man. And so, but anyways, my answer is yes to that, right? So like it really opens it up to have more options. And I think particularly when people have long relationships, those are the things that happen anyway. And when you start thinking about that as sex and connection, then you can actually maintain that relationship and maintain that connection with the person. Because in truth, we may not have sex may not be able to have sex all the time.
Yeah.
Penetrative sex, but you still want to connect, and that's a great way to do it. Which is, in fact, the reason why we did a lot of side stuff is because we couldn't have penetrative sex at that moment for a period of time. Anal fissures, surgeries, all those kind of things.
I feel like a lot of people think that I've heard comments of people saying like, "Oh, side sex has been primarily a top thing," and I don't agree with that. Like, I don't think it is. They're like, "Oh, that's because two tops, can't fuck each other." So I know so many people who just prefer engaging in side play. And like for me, what you said, like sex is complicated. I like the fact that sometimes it just takes the pressure off. Like you don't have to worry about like the not painting the new guy or them thinking that you're not fucking them. Like it's so much simpler, and I think it just takes the pressure off of wondering like the performative measures of
sex. Yeah,
I feel like side play is very much like what do you call it? When you're giving to somebody, I can't think of the word. Like your pleasure service. I feel like side sex is very service based because it's like you can't suck your own dick. I can jack off.
Some people can, but
some people can. But I
cannot
suck his own dick. and you kind of need somebody there for that. And so it's very reciprocal versus like the top's not looking to get fucked and you're just looking to be top. So it's like there's an exchange of power happening in some spaces.
It's also not true because like my regular strict bottom, and he goons like no other, right? So so he like either we're fucking or he's like gooning. Like this, that's kind of like it's not the only option, but he doesn't top it all. And in some cases, he don't even like his dick touched by somebody else. Yeah. And as an example, he wouldn't even. He's like, I was like, I want to watch you do it. And he was like, oh, I want to do it with you. And he was like, I've been doing that alone for a while, and so it's weird. But I was like, well, I'd love to watch it. He was like, oh, well, that I could probably do, right? So like I
love watching.
Somebody. So yeah.
I love to watch.
I have a quick question.
I need more side sessions so I can, somebody change my mind.
We will get you.
Requests made.
Are open. Send your requests to the inbox.
Change my mind about the sides.
And we will get you connected. You said you liked verbal play. Are you giving the verbal or are you like hearing it?
Both.
Can we get an example?
I'll
look away.
Sometimes
if you want to speak into the mic and give us an example, like what you be saying to the boys and girls.
What do I be saying? Such a good fucking boy.
Ooh.
Give me that hole.
Ooh.
Give me that hole. I can't say the F word on here.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Yes, you can. Yes, you fucking can.
Hey, we interrupted him. Go back. It was, you such a good fucking boy.
Because I want to say, be a good fucking faggot.
Ooh, okay.
Someone's gonna replay this multiple times.
That was
push it out, yeah, like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, I love a push out.
Really?
Oh my god,
is that becoming a thing?
It's been a thing. It's just that some people don't like it. Some people don't like
Daddy
it.
be telling me to do that.
Push
and
that
I'm just
hole
like,
out. Push that hole out. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, anyway, we need to move on. But
okay, the number 5. Poly relationships require more maturity than most people actually have. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Disagree? Tell me why.
People just want to fuck. They don't really want the relationship. They don't want the investment of the relationship. You have to invest in the relationship. The sex will happen, but if you can't maintain 2 to 3 people's emotional capacity, then what are you doing?
I agree and disagree. Define maturity for me. Like, what does that mean to you?
So I think it's not. There's different types of maturity.
Yes, that's right? Why I agree and disagree.
So like, there's emotional maturity. There is relational maturity, like just in that relationship. And so I think if you determine like what type of maturity, then you can figure that out, right?
I think a big part of our relationship-based maturity levels are very much due to the society that we live in, right? And we are taught to be possessive of relationships. In most heteronormative relationships, it's you and me against the world.
Yeah.
And I sometimes part of me feels like it's society's fault why some people don't believe in it, because it's not for everybody. Some people just want one person. But it's like anytime you bring up polyamory, it's like that's never an option for some people.
Yeah.
And it versus people being like, well, this is not for me, but I mean, I'm open to people being into that. I've met some people who have never been in polyamorous relationships and then tried it, enjoyed it, took what they could from it. And I guess you could argue that person is mature in some levels, but I do think society really impacts people's ability to think outside the box.
But I'll say, like, I don't think maturity and poly require each other.
No, they do not.
Right. So like you can be mature in understanding like, oh no, I'm emotionally stable. I'm like emotionally mature. And I know that this is not the type of relationships that I want. Right. Like, so poly doesn't mean you're mature.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very true.
That just means you found two people who willing to fuck with
does
you.
it require a lot of maturity? I just think it requires a maturity that you're willing to put into the relationship.
You got to have capacity too. Like your capacity to have patience, more so than maturity, because and you have to understand there has to be some synergy in what everybody wants out of the dynamic.
True.
Everybody doesn't have to be together, but everybody has to understand what they are getting into. So,
okay. Well, we are going to get into our final segment and talking about our episode. We have a master flogger here. He taught me how to do the Florentine. I remembered how to say it. And we had the 2-fingered floggers, right? But today's episode is about flogging. I know this can be kind of controversial for some people with its past and how it's been used for control and abuse and punishment, but it can also be very, very therapeutic. Sexual release, pleasurable, and I think this is one of the few topics that very erotic, absolutely. It's one of the few topics that I think that I did a thing on my Instagram where I talked about kinks that Black people or POCs could get into as starters. Flogging is usually not one of those starter kinks, and it does take some actual understanding of it. But we're gonna talk about it today. He is amazing. As you can see, what's around his chest.
Yeah, it's my third arm.
Yes, that thing makes a snapping sound that I think it awoke feelings in me I didn't know I had. It's so exciting, but it's also scary. The way that thing, and you've used this on people?
I do.
And does it break skin usually, or is it just a whelp?
It depends on what I'm trying to do.
Oh.
But in most spaces, I'm not trying to break skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is.
It's more cracking than actually hitting the skin. It's more about the waking you up.
So
sensory-wise.
when you were learning how to use the single tail whip flogger, did I say that right?
Single tail.
Single tail flogger.
Single tail whip.
Single tail whip. Did you ever hit yourself?
Yes.
Oh,
a lot.
That's what I would be scared of.
A lot.
The first time it hits me, we're done.
So when you're learning to, get your strike out or learning to crack it, you will hit the back of your head because it's the whiplash of the whip sometimes coming around, and then it'll smack the back of your head until you learn to straighten that motherfucker out.
Me can't do it. No.
But it also helps you, maneuver around your body. So it's all about like your flow and both flogging and single tail. Flow of your body.
Where you do it well. I can't do that. But I love watching you do it. It's so mesmerizing. Like to watch you work the tables have turned. Seeing it in your hands.
Well, blame Catwoman. Batman Returns.
Well, the one with Halle Berry, not the one with Hathaway.
Oh, Eartha Kitt is great though too.
Yes. All right. So first question for people who are new: what is flogging in the BDSM world?
Flogging is a multiple tailed whip that you can strike your back, butt, thighs, legs to create sensation. It can be thuddy, it could be stingy, depending on the tool.
So I know when we talk about floggers and from the education I've received, like the thicker a flogger is, like the more, what do you call like the
falls?
The falls. So the falls are the part that are extending from the handle, whatever part of the handle is.
Yeah.
The more impact and space that takes up, the less it hurts, correct?
I wouldn't say that. I think it's more so of the strike because the more falls it has, the heavier the falls are, the thuddier it is. I wouldn't say it wouldn't hurt, but it's more thuddy. The thinner it is, the more stingy it is.
So you can feel more of a base impact versus like that nick.
Yes, and people love to put like little spiky thingies on their floggers, and decorate it with metal thingies. But hey, your intention, it's not always sweet. I know you love to live in the sweet sensations.
I would love Daddy Baldwin. I haven't been flogged in a long time. I would love a good flogging.
I only brought my heavy ones.
You what?
I said I only brought my heavy ones today. But, you'll love it.
One of these days, please. So can you explain the difference between, for people who understand, between flogging and spanking and impact play? Like, how do they coexist and how are they different?
It's all impact. Even like single tail whip is impact. It's the different sensations. Spanking, I love spanking with my hand because it's more intimate. I love to put someone over my lap to feel their body weight on me. I love to, it's like a hug with booty pats. People love that sensation.
I remember when I was at this place in Augusta, and there was a bad boy spanking weekend. And this guy had his window open, and he had this boy laid over his lap. And I stayed there for about 25 minutes. And the boy's looking up at him, and he's like sitting on the edge of the bed. And he just single-hand patted him. He would rub, pat, and he did this straight. The boy's ass was like red, but it it looked so intimate though. It really did. It didn't look like he was, getting punished. It was like there was some type of connection there.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I would say impact play is definitely heavily on the energetic side. You are, of all the balances, it's more energy than DS. I would say energy exchange versus Dom sub exchange with all the impacts.
What are some key safety rules when it comes to flogging that people should know before they pick one up?
Do not hit anybody in the kidneys. Do not hit anybody in the spine. You have to watch for overhang. So don't go too high on the shoulders because you can smack somebody in the ear, bust an eardrum.
Really?
Yes.
What are some like really bad stories you've heard about flogging? Like people should do
with flogging,
like with people who did it, who didn't know what they were doing, how they hurt people. So I want people to understand the importance of like, you shouldn't just be trying this out, willy nilly. So
I haven't heard of any like crazy stories. I haven't seen anything in person, but I have heard of folks just being beaten to death. Like it feels like you can beat somebody like a bat, and like really cause some damage. So like the kidneys is like the major point that you don't want to hit somebody in their kidneys because they can explode, cause damage, permanent damage, and
that's why they be going for them.
And you're going to jail.
Jesus. So can you walk us through like some techniques, stances, and good rhythms to use when you're flogging?
I would say put on a good soundtrack, something that has a nice little beat to it, and follow the beats. If you and it also depends on the intention. Are you going for cathartic flogging? When I'm I'm at a bar and I have my floggers with me and folks just want to try stuff because they see it. I'm going to do light strokes. I'm going to try to keep it cute for the crowd. It's not about, it's not really not about this person and their experience. It's about everybody in the room, right? Yeah. So I want everybody to want that feeling. So I'm gonna keep it cute until I got you.
And when he's doing public floggings, please do not sign his vicinity. He does not like that.
No, I will hit you after I ask you nicely to move out of the way. So.
He was telling me about that, but the last time we were somewhere, I watched them. They were just way too close to you.
Yeah.
Please,
on purpose. That's a story within itself. Yeah.
When someone is being flogged, what does aftercare look like for flogging, especially for POCs?
I love to do ice and warm rags.
I bet the ice feels good when the drip starts to just like slow down your back and heating off.
Sometimes I'll do it in between the session. I'll take ice and kiss your sensitive spots.
Ooh, you so sensual. Oh my god.
Well, once your back is wet, now you're really gonna feel.
Oh, it's a setup.
Of course, it's a setup.
You just gave me trauma response. Great aunt.
Oh, it's a setup. He not trying to cool you off.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh Lord, y'all watch out.
Factory reset. No.
I love it. I know in previous lessons you talked about like making sure checking the temperature of the skin in between. Flogging. So like
especially for Black folks.
Yes, for people who are melanated. I remember you and Dominion also told me like to use the back of your hand and to feel
I use my lips.
Oh, really?
That's one of my secrets. That way I can feel if your skin is raised. I can feel the temperature of your body, especially in the room it's hot and I'm hot. So, I can't feel you if we're both like steaming, but my lips are very sensitive. So I'll take the ice. I'll
set them up.
I'm telling you my secrets. But yeah, I'll take the ice. I'll find your warm spots, cool you down, and I can feel like if you are if it's too hot or if your skin is too raised, I will stay away from that area until you cool down.
How typically does a raised skin area take to usually go down? I know everyone's different. What's a general 10 minutes?
A couple. It depends on the session, but it's like taking a little cut thing and seeing how long your skin is raised. But I would say a couple hours at most.
Oh, wow.
Depending on if we're doing a long, heavy session, then it's going to be a couple of days.
All right, so let's get to type of floggers. What are the different type of floggers that you can use, and what are some typical materials or fabrics that you see on floggers?
I'll tell you about the ones that I have. So I particularly love leather floggers. Some folks like to make floggers out of what's that? The rope, the thin rope.
Nylon rope?
Nylon rope.
Really?
Yeah. Rope floggers can be fun.
You exposed me to the rubber one. I'd never seen one like that.
So if you are a heavy masochist, the rubber is where it's at because it's heavy enough to be thuddy, but it's absolutely stingy. And then if you're wet,
in the wrong area apparently because he set me up for my back.
But that scene is heavy.
You're a heavy sadist.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
I don't know what it is. I've been meeting a lot of sadists lately.
I will destroy you sweetly. I promise. Lovingly.
I'm literally blushing. Oh my god. Does the number of tails or the length of a flogger, does that really affect? I know, you said, the more there are, the thuddier, but does the length have anything to do with it?
Absolutely. The longer the falls are, the harder they are to control. The shorter the falls, the more you can control it. But you want to find a sweet spot that's proportional to your arm length and a weight that is comfortable that you can work with. I like the heavy ones because, I'm trying to get arms like you. But if I have a line, that's some bullshit.
Really?
Because usually in the dungeon space, there'll be a line for folks to get flogged.
So you're gonna use what works. It's usually gonna be the two fingered one. For those of you who have never flogged before, I plan on doing a reel on teaching how to do this. I asked if George would be my assistant for it, but it works. Your forearms, as you said,
yeah.
It looks. They make it look so easy, especially with the Florentine, and it's I think after a minute, I was just like, oh, my arms are on fire. And
especially when I gave you the ones that I usually use, I'm like, you can try these.
They were definitely working my arms, and I'm guessing for people who are holding the ones that usually have a shaft
handle,
to hold or a handle. Shaft. My mind. Whew. That's probably a little bit easier to control with the wrist.
Not really.
So you think the
finger floggers are way easier to control because, especially if you're doing two-hand flogging. If you're just doing one-hand flogging, the handle is good because that way your range of motion, you're working around your body in a different way versus with two because it's kind of hard to keep the flow.
So I always thought, I remember using the floggers that you had the two-finger ones, and I was having trouble.
They strengthen these fingers. For
tell me what they do. What they do?
Or if you like the middle fingers,
I couldn't really do the impact to I couldn't figure out how to make it thuddier with the two fingers, but I felt with the handle I could really
get in there.
So I gotta really start getting to do it more. Oh, I need to do some flogging training. Last thing before we jump into our next session.
You asked me about different types of floggers.
Yes.
So at MAL, I lost a set of floggers, or somebody walked out the door with them. But I had this one particular flogger. It was a Hello Kitty fluffy flogger. It was so cute. I love this thing. And it had plastic strings with hair beads on it, like a little So when you hit it, you think, oh, it's gonna be so nice and soft until you get those stingy.
Those things stung.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You are a sadist, a true one. Are there any type of floggers that you would recommend for beginners to start with?
I would say finger floggers are probably the best to start with. Yeah, finger floggers.
You always see the handled ones in the stores.
Yeah. I know a few folks that make floggers. They do great work. But finger floggers are the best to learn control.
We all love some good control.
Yes. And it's better to have two than one. I don't know. I just feel I don't know. Maybe it's just me being used to having two floggers at a time.
Yeah, I would feel weird. Now that you've introduced me to the Florentine, I wouldn't be able to like flog with 2-fingered ones without them. It would feel weird because I'm used to like the swinging them around on both hands and the interweaving. All right, let's get into our next topic: history of flogging. So historically, flogging has existed outside of kink. But can you talk about its origins? Do you know anything about them?
I can tell you about some origins, like I would say like the Catholic Church and
Very true. Did you watch Castlevania?
I did.
So you remember the black guy that was he would punish himself.
Yes.
What is that called? Do you know what it's called?
That is called it was right on the tip of my tongue, but that is self-flagellation.
Yes, that's what it is.
Okay.
And that's when you take a 9-tail flogger that is very stingy. It is meant to break skin. It is like a single tail, but it's like 6 to 9 tails on it, and it's meant for self-flogging.
Oh wow!
And it's meant for penance. You get on all fours, you get on your knees, and you sit in front of your station, and you.
Oh, could you do that? Would you ever instruct like a sub to do that to themselves?
Yes. Have I? Yes.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. Especially when I'm tired, bitch. Fuck yourself. Flog yourself, I'm sorry.
Oh Lord. Okay, you don't done it all. But so I know we talk about the Catholic Church, and then let's touch on touchy but slavery, and its connection to like why some people don't. Let's debunk some things about flogging, especially with some of its origins that people think that it comes from, which it doesn't.
Yeah, so I would say a lot of folks associate whips, floggings, any type of not anything about with chattel slavery.
Shit, Black childhood is full of belts.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
well,
I was about to say.
Like,
Belts,
shit, you don't have to
yeah.
go back as far as slavery,
Yeah.
but get, like
Well, for the belt itself, because that is a lot of folks behind closed doors. Introduction to impact is hitting somebody with a belt. Now, for black folks, that is a triggering experience most of the time, even for kinky folk. Nobody wants to be hit with a belt. Nobody wants to see you come off this thing, fold that thing up, and absolutely it becomes 1990 something again. And no, thank you.
Can you imagine like the psyche that it takes to go from childhood trauma of being whipped to like, now I'm an adult, I want this.
I can actually.
Like we've all experienced because we now like being flogged, but
we have to walk people through that experience of
It's a
well,
lot.
it's gonna hurt. Not necessarily.
It's not. Yeah.
What do you tell somebody though, thinking about it from the slavery aspect, like, because that's what most niggas say. Like when they hear, anytime I have spoken to like non-kinky POCs, and they'll be like, especially if they think that the person flogging me is predominantly or is white or has been white, then it's like, oh fuck no.
Yeah.
But
So
people automatically go here before they think of a flogger. Like
Yes.
most people don't know
think
or
of a
have
whip.
like ever seen a flogger. So being introduced to a flogger versus a single tail, like this is automatically going to turn somebody off. Even seeing it in the open space, there is no cute cracking of a whip.
no, there's not.
But introducing to, especially black folks, to flogging, you have to go the cute, sensitive route at first.
So how are you convincing me, serial monogamous?
Nah, but I think you can't, right? So I think you don't need to convince a person to do it. And I think the way that we came into it, like at MAL, outside of the Onyx room in the hallway, when we could do stuff in the hallway, they like there was someone flogging out there, and like watching it happen and recognizing that the person getting flogged there is a sensuality or pleasure that they're receiving from it changed, at least for me, it changed my perspective watching now I forgot her name, your sister Symphony get flogged out in the hallway, and it was the sexiest shit I had seen in a long time.
Really?
I was like, what in the world? And
It'd
it's
be
actually
very sexy.
and it's the thing that actually got me to find, because I knew that I was gonna I wanted to get flogged, but I didn't know. One, my mind won't allow a white man to do it. It just there is nothing about that's what I know about myself. That's never gonna happen. And so so it was great to see it, and then I saw Dominion do it, and then I got up on the wall. I said, okay, I'm ready. And to do it, and he kind of talked me through it, and then it was surprisingly much. He said it's like a heavy massage, and I was like, absolutely, that's exactly what it felt like. Now there were some moments where I was looking at the wall and my hands were up or whatever, right, and it happened, and I could hear the thud, and then I could hear the the impact that it was really making on everybody else, more so than it was on me. It sounded worse than it was, and I think that was an easier way to get into it. And since then, I'm hooked. To that kind. I'm not. Look, not single whip, absolutely not yet. Breaking of skin, not there yet. But thud me up.
Next question. What do you think pain and pleasure? Why do you think pain and pleasure are so connected for some people when it comes to flogging?
Pain and pleasure. Well, you have to get over the pain part. It's not really pain. It is the pleasure. It's the overcoming. It's the overcoming itself, because you have to get through it in order to get on the other end of that. It's like getting a tattoo.
Yeah, I think that's really good. I was thinking about that too as well. It's like that numbing feeling. It then becomes like it's. There's a mind connection with it where it becomes so therapeutic, that buzzing feeling, especially. Do you have tattoos?
I do.
I love that feeling.
And
My long piercings, they're just so short to me, but they just intense pain. But like this tattoo took 11 hours, and I had to do it in 2 settings, but it felt good. I see why people get addicted to it, and I feel. Have you heard of
surrender? You have to surrender.
Have you heard of people getting like tattooed as kink?
Yeah, that's how I started. That's how I got into all this.
Real? That's how you got into.
That's how I became a sadist.
Origin.
Yeah. So I was a tattoo artist for a number of years, and I learned that I was a sadist because I enjoyed people suffering, not for me, but suffering to an end. And at the end of that, like feeling stronger because of it. And I was like, good boy, good girl.
You know what? That just reminded me of something, because I used to get a massage from this guy, and he would wear me out, but that was the only type of massage I wanted, and he would laugh at the way in which he would cause me, and it caused me to like scream, and so I never really thought about that until you just said that. I'm like, oh, I wonder how that's connected to like sadomasochism.
Because it's healing. It's a healing experience. We're getting to an end. There's a goal here, right? We are trying to get to the end of this tattoo. We want it to look great, and it hurts. And I understand, this is me being a good coach. So if I can coach you through it, we're gonna have you're gonna have a good time.
Did you ever want to like be a sadist to somebody that was receiving a tattoo?
Every time.
What do you be saying? What do you be saying?
I mean, at first, because I wasn't in the life at this time, so I'm just understanding my feelings around like, what is this sensation? What is this I'm feeling?
I'm gonna press this in harder. You're gonna feel this fucking tattoo.
And then some people.
That's what I envision him saying.
I was like, we're gonna take this. Yeah, it's gonna be a long.
It's gonna be a long stroke. Your own tattoo. Here's a
I'm like, this is gonna be a long stroke. It's gonna be deep. It's gonna be hard. So I really need you to breathe through it. Breathe, okay?
Okay, let's move in. We got 2 more sections to cover. So I want to talk about flogging for the Black experience. For Black people especially, impact play can visually resemble historical trauma. How do you approach the conversation in the community about this?
You address it directly. This is not that. This is what that was. This is what we're doing. This is our intention in it. This is what I want you to feel. Feel that? Does it feel good?
I feel like that is it's a good statement. And I think that's first, like, I guess my question is, like, how do you address that topic for your closed-minded gay individual? Because I encounter this a lot. And when I start explaining that it feels good and they're just like, oh, hell no, nigga, like, I'm not going to do none of this. Like, that's crazy. And I understand, because we've had this conversation, everything isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be trying to convince everybody about it. And I'm not trying to do that. But I guess, how do you debunk what it has represented for? Do you think it's more about sharing your personal experience, and that
it's
the
only
person
about
having some
sharing
type
that.
of connection with you can develop an entrance?
If you're not into it, you're not into it. Like, there's some people who will never ever even try, a single tail. For a long time, I would have never tried it. But you just have to talk through it. But I'm not going to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. But you shouldn't be superimposing your ideas on somebody because they're doing it. Just don't be in the space.
Sometimes I just want people to understand. Like, I understand scat, right? It is not for me. But when I hear about it, I'm just not like, oh, fuck that. Like, would never. Like, I just know I don't have an interest in it, but I do understand it. And I guess that's what I want people who are typically. I would like to change the like, what people think about flogging.
But I think also, like, that there's a public and there's a private face to this.
I was going to say, like, a lot of folks, when it comes to these things outside in a room full of people, they're telling me, oh, I can't do this, but as soon as I'm going to give me body itself. So what does it feel like?
Yes, they get in the inbox. I've had that plenty of times. I've told niggas that I was into fisting in front of their friends. It's, oh, hell no. 2 hours later, I've always wanted to try this.
Listen,
how do you start?
I have so many newbies. I get so many newbies in the fisting world. And, it just comes from me saying, you'll see my shirt. You'll see I'm flagging. I'm like, well, I want to try it. I've never done it. First time in there. And I have XL hands. So I'm a good coach. Did I say that?
Time. You better sell your services. First time?
A lot of first timers. I get a lot of first timers. Black guys, first timers.
What's his
Because
name?
it's
He put his
nothing
hands
better
in
than
my ass
playing
the other
with
day.
another black dude.
There's nothing better.
I don't know. First time? I be struggling with 2-3 fingers at times. Shit.
Yeah, but some people don't.
I don't feel like you're ready to let go yet. You're not letting go. You're trying to. You're still trying to hold on to your whole integrity.
Daddy Paul in the face.
Nail head.
No, I don't want to let go yet. I think I don't know yet.
That part. You just said it.
I don't know.
You gotta pee. You just gotta
pee. Just
gotta do it.
You just gotta pee.
You want to get to the other side, don't you?
How much do you want it?
I don't think I wanted that bad. Okay. Last part of this question. Do you think the BDSM community does enough to acknowledge racial history in play spaces?
No, especially in white space. But I'm gonna say yes, and it depends on the space. If it's a black-led space, yes. In white-led spaces, no. A lot of the play that white folks tend to do, this is not, in general, tends to be around pain and humiliation. A lot of play between black folks is more healing and spiritual, yeah. Breaking through traumas, breaking through stigma, all of that.
Why do you think there's such a cognitive dissonance between white play spaces and black play spaces?
The privilege of white folks not even having to think about like the whip and what it represented for our culture and that time.
Do you think that
and other torture tools.
And I'm not asking this to say yes or no. I honestly, your opinion. Do you think it is important that as POCs we remember the racial structure of kink play, or do you think you would, or would you say you would prefer that we can get to a place where we can be as liberated to just enjoy kink without some of its negative connotations?
As a Black person that identifies as a master, I don't really think you can. We don't have the privilege of getting away from the what this was at one point, or like what folks think these things are, because most Black people think that our lifestyle is associated with some type of deviance around like slavery. We're trying to reenact that. It's important that we are able to articulate our points of view. I identify as a master because I'm not running from the history of chattel slavery in America. Erotic servitude is the space that I live in. Master slave dynamics is authority transfer, total power exchange, authority transfer. That is the proper name for master slave dynamics. But I still choose to use the term master because if you're asking me why I'm of this lifestyle, why am I doing this thing, it's because I don't want you to forget what we've been through in this space and what these tools represented at one point in our existence.
I agree. I think there's the naive part of me that's just like, I would love for us to be able to do whatever we want, but like I do agree with you. I don't think we ever will get away from that. I do agree with you. And I think that's one of the things that like why we created this, because there's so much extra thinking and consideration that goes into POC, kink, and fetish play. Things that we have to consider, things that not even all of it is just about, racial history, but a lot of it is for protection. And protecting ourselves in the spaces that we go to. There are things that I have to think about when I go to certain spaces that I make sure I don't want to experience this, or how people speak to you. So I definitely do agree with you. Lastly, last question I have for you. What advice would you like to give someone who feels both intrigued and conflicted by the culture and historical ties of being into a flogging?
Try it. Try it. Don't try it with a safe person. Find somebody who is willing to answer your questions, ask as many questions as you can, and try it. If you don't like it, you know that you don't like it.
Absolutely. I agree. Last thing, we love a little hoe tip. Tell your camera what your new hoe tip is for the week, something that they can learn from the experiences and keep going with their sexual lives.
A hoe tip. Let's see. If he ever says that it's the tip, it's never just the tip.
You never just got just the tip?
I use that line often, and it works.
Big facts.
Often.
Big facts. It's never just the tip.
It's never just the tip.
Well, you heard it here, apparently. Tell people where they can find you on Instagram.
Instagram.
Or social medias. Sure.
Yeah. My Instagram is one Sango Onyx. That's the number one SANGORH for Royal Heart.
Awesome.
Facebook, Sango Royal Heart. And yeah, inbox me for my ex.
And are you accepting new people into your kink family? Oh, and also tell us about Kink Cafe too, by the way.
Oh, Kink Cafe. Yes, Kink Cafe is a restaurant in Baltimore that does live performance with dinner service. There's other things. They have burlesque. I do a live BDSM kink, now slightly burlesque striptease situation.
Great, you guys. Amazing.
It's vegetarian, pescatarian. The food is delicious. The owners are great. We love them. They're a part of my Leather family. The website is kinkcafe.org. If you go to kinkcafe.com, you're going to see some crazy shit. The website is kinkcafe.org.
You guys definitely have to go there. My friend and I, we went. It was Justin. No, who did I go there with? Is it Justin? No, it was Dionysus. Dionysus and I, we went there. But no, great food. We got the Tory Dungeon, the one downstairs. That damn George. We love him. He's fucking amazing. Got to see you and him work together. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I got my first electro flogger on me as well.
Yeah, that damn George is a great scene partner. Love him.
We love him. I haven't heard anybody say they don't like George. If you don't like George, something's wrong with you. Like,
Big facts.
we definitely fucking love George. Anyway, thank you for your time today and being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
We love you. You are amazing. Looking forward to being flogged by you one day.
I brought my floggers. You're gonna get some.
Okay. This man, say
Just the tips.
We will see you guys next week. We post episodes every Monday. Please follow us on all of our sites on Instagram at Frequency Podcasts and on YouTube as well. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.